How do you decide what to build, what to buy, and what to outsource? Many organizations feel they're outsourcing the wrong things and blame bad project specification for the problem. But there's a deeper underlying cause to bad outsourcing decisions, and that's outsourcing what you don't understand. So let's look at how to address this deeper problem with the help of a power map. We start with a vertical axis describing the firm's value chain, the activities and practices it performs to create value for its customers and other users. We also have a horizontal axis, describing how things are changing in the wider industry, what we call evolution. Combining the two axes together gives us a power map, which is an effective tool for seeing what's going on in a competitive environment and understanding how it's changing so we can create effective responses. Power maps, which are based on Wardley maps, are used to identify opportunities, reduce waste, and create strategy. In this video, we're going to focus on how they can be used to reduce the waste that comes from outsourcing the wrong things. We're going to share a case study where this map helped reduce IT costs on a major project by over 95%. The case is HS2, a high-speed rail project in the UK. This was not only a big project, but one that was politically important, having been described as essential to the future of the country. In 2012, the IT team needed to decide what they would build, what they would buy, and what they would outsource. The difficulty was, this was their box and wire diagram describing the IT architecture. This didn't really help at all answer the question whether they should outsource at all, buy commercial off-the-shelf products, or build it themselves with agile techniques, which were really popular at the time. They understood they probably needed to use a combination of all three. But what combination? The number of possible permutations was huge. Fortunately, the CIO of this project knew how to map, and a couple of hours later, he turned the box and wire diagram into this map. So now they had a clear map of the IT architecture of their project. And they could overlay one of the 40 key operating principles of the mapping method onto it. The need to use appropriate methods, as there is no one magic method, one size does not fit all. Uncharted components on the left should be done in-house with agile methods, as this reduces the cost of constant change. Industrialized components on the right should be outsourced, as the focus here is on reducing deviation in performance. And components in the middle can be bought off the shelf. This guidance was then applied to the map, which showed them that they should build those uncharted components on the left themselves, as there was too much uncertainty about them to outsource, buy the components in the middle, as they didn't need to reinvent the wheel, and outsource those industrialized components on the right that had a lot of certainty about them and for which clear project specifications could be written. They could also use the maps to explain to others what could be outsourced or what couldn't be outsourced and why. The evolved stable components on the right could be outsourced efficiently, as there was certainty about what they wanted delivered. But outsourcing the components on the left would have led to huge failures, as constant changing would incur excessive change control costs, no matter how well they wrote the project specifications. And if people weren't familiar reading maps, they could present their insights in more familiar formats, showing where failure would happen and why. So if you'd like to learn what you should be building, buying, or outsourcing, go to powermaps.net and see what we can do for you.